In the last video of the Playhouse build, I put together the tube slide, installed all of the siding on all of the main 4 walls, installed the tube slide to the side of the house, and even added the windows to the front. Okay, we've gotten a little bit of a break from the rain. It's super windy. I'm not sure if you can hear the wind. If it's really bad, I apologize. I think the house is blocking most of it where I'm at right now. But I honestly don't know how to measure to get like the angles and stuff for this top piece. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna take the highest point and I'm gonna measure that. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna take this second one, and then we'll do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do the 5th one, and then the last one, I'll bring it down and I'll show you what I'm gonna do with it. I transferred those measurements over to the siding. Whenever I measured, I made sure to double check and count at which line or section I was getting the height from. And once I marked all of the different height points, I took a straight edge, in this case a piece of scrap of siding, making sure that the side I was using was the side that was not cut by me, but actually the way it was before I cut it. I lined it up with all of the marks so I could draw a straight line, and then I cut it using my circular saw. I double checked and made sure it fit, and then cut the rest of the pieces I needed to cover this front area. Before I could install it though, I did need to add this metal flashing between the top and the bottom siding to help direct any water away from where the two boards meet. I also needed to add this piece of siding I was missing from the back, and then I did the exact same thing to the back top portion to finish out all of the siding. Okay, so all of the siding is completely done. The next thing on the list to do is to tackle the roof, which honestly I'm a little bit intimidated to do. I've never really done any of this other stuff before either, but this for some reason is just kind of making me a little bit nervous. And then after we do that, then I'm going to start adding all of the trim, and then that part will be completely done. So real quick before we continue with the build of this playhouse, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Taurus. Taurus provides accessories for your electronics, especially phones, which is pretty important because I think most people, if not all of us, own at least one. Some people even own multiple phones. And I'm sure at one point or another you found yourself in a situation where you had low battery, no charger, or a charger but no outlet to be able to charge your phone and keep your phone from dying. Well, Taurus has the Mini Mag Power Bank 5K MAH that is convenient for when you find yourself in a similar situation. And let's be honest, it happens way more often than we'd like to admit. The Mini Mag Power Bank is ultra compact and ultra light, weighing in at only 111 grams and only 0.88 centimeters thick. It doesn't just charge phones, by the way, it also charges iPads, Kindles, earbuds, and more. For me, nothing is worse than getting to the gym and realizing that my earbuds are running low on battery. So being able to just quickly charge them long enough to be able to get my workout in is a must. I use my phone for content creating or work, if you will. So sometimes I forget to charge my phone or run through the battery a lot faster than I anticipated to. And so when I'm out here, especially building stuff or doing something outside where there is no place to be able to charge my phone, it's super convenient to be able to wirelessly charge my phone long enough to be able to finish my work. No matter what situation you find yourself in, needing to charge your phone should not be an issue. Because with the mini mag power bank size, it can easily fit in your pocket, your wallet, your bag without much added weight or bulging. Its 13N magnetic force keeps it attached even when you shake it vigorously. Just make sure to keep it charged. Take it with you every time you leave the house or when you're going somewhere and you know there's not going to be anywhere to be able to charge your phone or any of your electronic devices. On a full charge, it can power a Pro model 1.5 times and can charge your phone 100% in 1.5 hours. If you're interested, go ahead and check out Taurus Mini Mag Power Bank using the link down in the description. It's definitely a must if you own a phone or if you carry electronics with you. So now that we're done, I'm gonna go ahead and actually clean up a little bit because it is a disaster around here and I need to pick up all of like the scraps of wood that I have everywhere, clean up a little bit, kind of clear my workspace before I start tackling the roof. I wanted to show you the mess I have created before cleaning it up because I try to use nap time strictly for working on whatever project that I'm creating at the time. So I tend to leave a bigger mess as opposed to cleaning as I go, as ideally I would like to work. But I feel like it's the only way I'm able to actually significantly make progress. Ideally, if I had regular working hours, then yes, I would clean as I go because it is always better to clean as you go, whether it's cooking or, working on a project, whatever, doesn't matter. If you're making a mess and you're not cleaning as you go, it feels like there's just so much more to do at the very end as opposed to doing it as you're working. But I feel like it's just not as efficient for my use of the little time that I am able to get every day or every other day. I decided to go ahead and build the rock climbing wall instead of working on the roof because, again, I am putting it off until the very last minute because it is a little intimidating to me. I used leftover 2x6s and cut the tops at a 65-degree angle. And I didn't record this, but I did do several angle cuts on a spare 2x4 to determine how steep I wanted the wall to be, and that's how I decided on the 65-degree angle. I used my speed square by pivoting at the corner to get that right angle. And once I cut one, then I just laid it on top of the other one and traced it up the cut. I measured to see how much of the point needed to be removed, and then I cut that as well. I had just enough leftover deck boards that I cut to size and used to go over the top of the 2x6s, and I initially nailed the first board, but I ended up deciding to switch over to screws because I was running low and I didn't want to run out and then have to go to the store mid-project. So I wasn't super accurate about this, but I tried to space them out as evenly as possible. They may not be perfectly straight, but again, it doesn't really matter to me. I waited to put the last board so I could secure the wall to the deck and then added it afterwards. I wanted to match the deck, so I sprayed and back rolled 2 coats of the same deck stain and sealer. Later that afternoon, once it was dry, I began adding all of the rocks to the wall. So I have all of the material that I need for the roof, I think. I'm hoping. So I'm gonna have a change of plans. I'm actually gonna save doing the roof for the next video, because then I think the next video that I put out is gonna be the final video for this playhouse build. I should be done at that point. I've got 2 weeks to really finish this out. I'm really trying to push for November 30th to be completely done with this and move on to the next thing, because I do have several projects inside the house that I want to tackle before the new year. So yeah, this is gonna be it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my content, and we will be back on the next video, hopefully for the very last time on this playhouse build. I love y'all, be kind, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.